Um, so, do you want to give me a little bit of a recap? I was going to say introduction, but that was not the word. Recap, yes.
Yeah. Um, we left off with Hal dead in the basement of the temple. We were investigating the town after it was destroyed by the Gibberlings, and looking through the temple when we went to go investigate that specifically, it was not locked. We managed to break down the door, and inside we found that or I don't know, dozens of people. I don't know, maybe even hundreds, probably dozens, uh, had were killed. They committed suicide, supposedly. Um,
More than dozens, but probably less than 200.
yeah, that makes sense.
So, in the hundred-ish range.
Okay. So they all consumed some kind of poison, most likely, is what we're guessing. And there's no trace of the priest, Father Julius, to be found, who we've been kind of suspicious of before. Uh, so after that, we decided to investigate. Hal was getting some weird senses with his paladin sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to investigate the basement, and we walked in. We opened up a gate, walked into the uh, catacomb/crypt area,
Mm-hmm.
and were assailed by like three or four goblin or not goblins, skeletons.
I believe it was
We
3. No.
we
Yeah,
took
3.
down one, I think,
Yes.
and then for some reason Hal decided to not use his healing before starting this encounter, and he was taken down to 0 hit points.
Yes. And we are going to pick up pretty much around the same time. We don't know how much time has passed. This is going to be all from your perspective. So you you don't know what's happened since you went down. You don't know how much time has passed. And so we're going to play a little bit fluidly with time in this very moment. Um, so from with the some very small like sensations in the ear, you're gonna hear 2, 3, and then a clink. 2, 3, clink, and it's gonna get like a, and you hear this from different areas. You're still kind of semi unconscious.
Like I
You're
hear the words 2, 3.
Yep.
Somebody's saying that,
Everything that
and
you're
then a clink.
hearing, you're going to be hearing, but you are in a semi kind of like when you're half asleep and in the morning and you can hear people maybe talking in the room while you're
Yeah.
sleeping. It's one of those sort of things. So you don't have consciousness right now, but you hear all of this. Um, you might hear some more that you'll forget, but this is the stuff that you're going to at least remember a little bit. And then this one's a lot closer to you. Uh, 2, 3, clink. Looks like we got ourselves a human body. Comes a young girl's voice standing above you now. Well, that explains a lot, which responds a boy on the other side of you. Explains what? Well, it explains all the walking around upstairs. Father always says humans make the dumbest choices. You must be human because you make a bunch of dumb choices. Hey, so are you. The girl, or they both, but the girl briefly pauses. This is a back and forth, by the way. He doesn't like it when we call him father. The boy responds. Let's just finish this up. Ready? 2, 3, clink! And just as the two of them say that, you feel a crunch in your
Oh
ribs.
God. Oh my God.
You gasp out. for breath as you feel a sense of emptiness in your chest, perhaps in your lungs. You're gasping for air. Your body, like, reflexively jolts up. And you look down to see a black hole, but more like an empty hole. You can't make out color right now, by the way, but you see this dark black hole in the middle of your chest.
Like right here? Like in the middle of the sternum?
Yeah, and it's probably about this big.
Huh.
You see this black hole in your chest. Although upon looking down, briefly, you can't make out any of the details of this hole. It's just empty. You look up to see two children, to your left and right, dressed in black robes with no other identifiable qualities. Standing on both sides of you, holding crowbars in hand, with poles that extend out and become malleable like rope. As you come to your senses, you see they have black hollow holes in their chest where their crowbars, the crowbar cords, which was the extension, the rope-like extension of them, connect to. However, the cords continue to go through their empty holes in their chest, and it connects to one another as if both of the crowbars were one long rope. This one's still alive. What do we do? Says the girl to the left of you. I don't know. Father didn't tell us about this. Look at his chest. He's gonna die. Oh, we're gonna be in so much trouble. Shh! Don't say that. Father doesn't have to know. Let's just go and say the job is finished, the boy says. But the job isn't even finished. We didn't go upstairs. And then they both look at you and both say simultaneously, let's go. And they start to leave. Like I said, you're conscious at this point.
Okay, so these two kids, can I see their faces? Or are they obscured by hoods?
You can see their faces. Give me a wisdom check. See how your wisdom's doing today.
Not good.
It's dark in here. There's no light source, but you can still see somehow. But you can't make out anything, any feature of them. But you can see them.
Okay. I can see their like silhouettes and hear their voices pretty much.
Yes. You can see them side by side. And you can see the metal, or well, it's not metal, but you can see the crowbar and the rope-like crowbar that they're holding.
Yeah, so these rope-like crowbar things. So you said that the malleable part of the crowbars were going into them. Is that right?
So they're holding, like, imagine a crowbar with like the goose. I think it's called like a goose head or a goose neck or something. That's like that's the part of the crowbar that most people use. The other end continues, like, it doesn't stop going. It just keeps going, and as it's going, it becomes more rope-like and more malleable. So it seems more like a pole closer to their hands, but it just goes, and it's one long rope that connects to the other one, and it goes at one point through each of their chests.
Okay, gotcha. And so it connects to the other one that the other one's holding, and it goes through each of their chests. Okay,
yes,
gotcha.
So that it seems like they are connected by one rope that goes through them.
Can I see the spot where it goes into their chests, or is that just does it go through the robes, like a hole's punched in the robes?
Yeah, so they have a hollow hole, but as you, like, if you try to look at the hollowness of the hole, it becomes very, like, blurry. Their bodies are also very blurry. as you're looking, everyone's
Fucking
kind
weird.
of
Okay.
in like a silhouette. You look down towards yourself, and you notice that your hands are also similarly transparent.
Oh my god. Okay. I look around on the ground for my body.
You are so you're sitting up, and you
Yeah.
notice that you're sitting in your body. Like your legs are going through your legs, but
uh.
your like you can see that your legs are in your legs, but at your hips don't look right because your hips seem like they should. The pelvis is not like tucked up like how you are right now, but and because it's laying flat, and
Yeah.
you peer behind you, um, and you you can sort of see your body. Again, it's really dark in here, but you're getting light from. You're getting a bit of ambient light, but it's a
Hmm.
very strange light.
Can I try to touch my body? Am I able to push it, move it, interact with
Your
any the?
hands, you
Uh-huh.
can touch your body, and your hands will be will like press into them, and yeah, you can go through your body. Your hands can go through your body.
Okay, so I can't move my body at all. I can't
No.
move my
Like
hands.
once you
Okay.
start going and touching your body, like you'll notice you're pressing against something, and almost like you're, moving through molasses.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. I inspect. No, wait.
The kids
Um,
are
is
like
my
panicking looking at you, but they are starting to head out. They like
am I breathing at all? Is my body breathing?
um oh, like your sorry, I was thinking like your spirit body. Your
Uh-huh.
actual body.
Yeah, the
Um
physical body.
okay, this is going to be a super hard like wisdom check. Let me give you like well, it wouldn't be that hard actually. I'm just going to say at a -4. So not the
Okay.
hardest of things, but we're still going to.
22.
So I imagine you, because your back would be turned to your body because your bot like because you're just sitting up, right? So you'd have to get
Yeah.
so you get out of your body and you like turn around and look, and in this hole in your chest, you see a very faint pulse of
Okay.
life, very faint. Although you're not in you're not experienced in this at all, so you probably can't tell it. You don't know if this is faint compared to normal, but this does seem very faint. It's more faint than the spirits of the children are in front of you.
Okay. Is the black empty hole that you've described, is that in my spiritual chest or is that in the chest of my physical body?
It's in both.
Okay. Um, what I want to do is, yeah, so I'm gonna I've gotten up out of my body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna laugh. I think I give a laugh. It's not kind of half-hearted laugh. Um, and I start like rubbing my hands together. I'm gonna try and cure light wounds on my physical body in that like around the.
Ooh, I did not even consider this. Oh wow, interesting, very interesting. Hmm.
Like I'm gonna focus on that black area. Maybe not like touching it, but like put my hands around that area and focus in on that faint life essence. And I want to try and pour as much of my uh, hope and resolve uh, into that spark that's still left.
You get a whisper in your head, in your soul, wherever it comes from. It doesn't come from your ears or anything. You don't really have ears either at this point. And you get this feeling that it's not going to work.
Okay.
But
mhm.
you get this sort of insight, and you don't know how you're getting this insight, but you're getting an insight that it might work on you in your current form.
Like, oh, like my spiritual form, like it won't work on my physical body, but I'm getting the sense that it'll work on repairing some, like the spectral body that I have.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay. Um,
But this is not like it's gonna do anything now, but as something like as a hint to remember, a little bit of guidance, but not telling you that you should do this now.
yeah. So, do I sense what the result of using the lay on hands on myself would be? Do I sense that it would repair? Would it affect my physical body at all, or do I not know the outcome?
You don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I then, in that case, when I feel that get this
The
revelation,
kids leave, by the way, at this point.
they're up the stairs
They're
right now.
starting to make their way up the stairs. Well, so you were a little bit, like I said, you're only a little bit down the hall, but they are like just leaving that threshold where the gate was, and the
Mm-hmm.
gate's open.
Okay.
Although you
Yeah. So
can't
at
really
this,
see the gate, but like you can hear them from that far away, which is only like what 30 feet. It wasn't far or anything.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
It was
about
like
that.
30 or 60 feet or something, if I can recall. I think we drew it up here. Nope. Well, I drew something, but didn't draw the distance. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna with this revelation. I don't want to look at. I don't like looking at the kids. They're creepy as hell. So I'm gonna look away from them.
Okay. Down the other
And,
direction. Oh,
uh-huh.
yeah. Is there anything you're gonna do?
No, go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the other direction.
From the other direction, a voice echoes down the hall. You know they'll kill
Shit, shit, shit. Okay. I want to detect evil intent before I lay on hands. So I want to reach out my senses,
How
surrounding
many
me, but
uses do
mostly
you have of this?
unlimited.
Unlimited. Okay, that's important.
It's unlimited.
Ooh. So last time, before, we don't like just saying that. You get it or you don't get like evil intent.
Uh-huh.
It's something that like you feel, and so
Mm-hmm.
although I don't know exactly, I would just with our use of. I don't want to just wait for like 5 minutes thinking about how this would, what my metaphor would be, but you can sense evil, but also kind of goodness from the kids.
Interesting. Like is it like one is evil, one is good, or is it like they have a mix of both within them?
They have a mix of both, which is strange.
That is very strange.
The other direction, you also get that, or you don't. You get the feeling that there's like evil coming from down that hall.
No good.
No good.
Okay.
And then you also kind of get a feeling, an uneasy feeling from yourself that's coming from within. It feels like you're sweating on the inside of your body.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I look over to the kids. Are they up the stairs? Do I still see them?
It's you can't really see, like I said. It's kind of like your vision's not working in a normal way. Plus, it's also dark, but their silhouettes have faded.
It's like when Frodo wears the rings in Lord of the Rings. Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, something similar to that for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All
But
right.
they are out of the room.
Then I will uh, push that out of my mind for now.
Okay.
Focus in on myself, and I want to focus in on this black empty hole in my chest, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to reach into it not just with my hands when I do my lay on hands, but also try to feel like uh, what aspect of myself still remains whole. Trying to reach into my soul essentially, and try to sort of uh, assess its condition while I'm trying to heal with the lay on hands.
Mm. You get a physical feeling in your chest as you're sort of observing. You notice that there is a cord attached in your chest that is semi. It's it's emitting some kind of, I don't want to say light, but some kind of ambience. Um, and these are hard things to detect. But you feel a cord that is attached into your chest, that is in this hole. Um, but where you feel it begin in your chest, there is a link that has been broken.
Can I tell where the other side of this broken chain was going to,
You see
or
it, it
broken link?
goes to your body.
What the fuck did they do to me? Okay. So knowing that, then what I want to do is I want to try and concentrate the energies that I'm invoking with my lay on hands into towards that broken link. And I think I want to do this while laying down in my body as it is on the floor. So like my spiritual body lines up with the physical.
Yeah. Um, you when you we know with lay on hands, as we've ruled, you can't touch two different bodies and heal. So you're gonna have to make a decision here.
Yeah.
Are you trying to do your lay on hands? You can lay back in your body. You can sort of fall back into this like molasses vessel that's below you, which is your body. It's just that's the feeling of settling into a bathtub of Jello.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can try this. Um, you're gonna hear another echo come down from the hall uh, as well while you're doing this, but I'll describe this first. And So which you're lying down. Which are you trying to do it on your spirit self or on your body self?
Oh shit. Okay. Um. Shit.
And as as you're lying there, you hear another echo. This one actually it'll be less of an echo. You'll still hear the echo, but the echo will be closer. Um, and you hear a person says, "These children will go and get their support. Once they're back, you will die."
What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Okay. Uh. Okay. This guy, whoever is getting closer down the hall, this guy is not my friend. Um. I don't know why he's talking to me. I have no idea what's going on. So if I get the sense that I focus on my spiritual self, um,
You got that
I don't.
insight earlier, but
Yeah, I don't know what is it about my spiritual self is broken exactly. Can I get that sense upon my self-reflection?
absolutely not. Oh well, through this. Sorry, I thought you were gonna say from I don't know priestly knowledge. From your insight, no, you don't know. You got this. You got this opinion by someone, some insight, saying that
So
your it's not gonna work right now.
yeah, for my physical body.
Yeah,
But if I focus, but
but for your
okay,
spiritual body, it also was like you know it's
unclear.
it's might work, but also not right now. Like the pre for your physical body is it's like it's not going to work at all.
Okay.
But on your spiritual
I'm gonna
body, it
focus.
might work,
I'm
but it
gonna
might not
focus
work
on
right
my
now.
spiritual body.
Okay.
I need some spiritual buff right now, so because I got some crazy shit incoming.
Yeah. So you can do your cast on yourself, or sorry, like on your spiritual self. Um, and you're gonna notice that your spirit self is a little bit less faint, but otherwise
Okay.
hasn't. Yeah, it's less faint.
Okay.
Like you
Um.
start to your body becomes like more clear and you
Mhm.
can see it better. You still have the same problem, or not same problem, but the same condition of of feeling your body being like molasses. So that
Okay.
transparency isn't changing anything with that
I'm
interaction.
gonna like take a minute to just like, I think he would like wiggle inside his body,
Mm-hmm.
like get back in there.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. I'm guessing.
As you spend that minute, um, you're gonna see a ghost above you.
God damn it. Okay.
This is a ghost. You didn't take heraldry, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay. You're gonna see a ghost in robes above you, but these are not going to be the
Wait,
same.
wait. Did he appear above me or did he approach
Well, he
out of the
approached
distance?
above you, but
Okay, as
he's
soon as
been
I see this
approaching.
ghost.
But yeah,
Okay, as
you're
soon as I
wiggling
see
around,
him.
and he just comes over. So you don't have much. I've
Okay,
given
yeah,
you the
but like
warnings.
I know, but the as soon as I see him,
You see him at the
uh,
corner of your eye.
and
He's like 10 feet away.
yeah, okay, I want to get the fuck out and get out, like start moving away from this guy.
Yeah, you can move away. you can slowly get out of your body of molasses and move away,
Mm-hmm.
which you think is the direction of to the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
As you start, this spirit is following behind you, and as you're kind of like, when you're trying to run in a dream and you're like slow and you're not making like
Mm-hmm.
much, you have that same rhythm to you. And the farther you go, the harder it is to keep pushing.
Okay. Yeah. When I
And you
sense
start to
this.
notice, you start to
Uh-huh.
feel the cord that is like kind of attached to you is being pulled.
God damn it! By this guy. Okay. Like back towards the
You
other
feel
direction that I'm running
attention. You
from.
don't know if he's holding it, but you feel attention. He could be.
Okay. When I start to feel like it's getting harder to move away, I turn on him and I say, "What do you want from me?"
So you turn to him. He's not holding your cord. Um, he asks, "Who are you to trespass in the crypt of Rhineland?"
Oh, that's a good question. Honest mistake. Really. Didn't mean to be here. Wouldn't want to be here again. I'll just take my body and go if you don't mind.
You hear um, a laugh, a chuckle come from. Uh, How sad. Stay and rest.
Yeah, I don't feel like resting, I'm always been an active sort. Get a jump on the day, move around a lot, get your steps in. I think,
Do you
who are you?
want to stop resting? Do you have the ambition to move?
Yeah, but with, a beating heart and where I belong, in that thing over there.
That can be arranged.
Okay. With a beating heart, right?
The ghost will start to laugh a little bit. Come back down to your body.
Well, wait a minute. Who are you?
I am Gretel, cleric of Sonalor.
What was that last name?
Sonalor. Um,
No, the Gretel Gretel something of Sunwar.
just Gretel.
Oh, okay.
Cleric.
Gretel of Sonalar. Lyric.
Cleric.
Oh, cleric of Sonalar. Okay, do I know who Solinar
Yeah,
is?
you
Sonalar?
is. We've changed pantheons, so like
Uh-huh.
naming. Do you have the pantheon thing? I can just tell you what it is, but
Oh,
if
yeah.
you have the PDF, this is a cleric of grief and sadness, but also rest and healing. These are
Do
the
I
multiple interpretations of Sonalar, the god.
do I get a sense of uh evil coming from this thing?
Do you focus in the middle of the conversation? I don't know if you can converse while doing your
I
sense.
mean, it's a ghost. Does it really have a lot of places to go?
Um, I mean, its silhouette has a similar aura to yours. Similar.
Oh, interesting. Uh, cleric of Sonalar. Why are you here?
A great misfortune. One long ago. But why are you here? Surely it wasn't just a mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake. I died in service to my ideals, I suppose. Trying to protect this town and repair it.
If you wish to protect this town, I can offer you a deal.
Okay. What's this deal?
You must enact revenge. But it's not about the revenge. It's about the safety and justice of people in Rhineland and in Galen.
And who's this revenge on?
They're under a new name. They call themselves the Sylvan Empire. Don't make me laugh. I'm not
I
laughing in
think Hal's
character.
I think Hal's laughing in character. I wasn't expecting that.
Why do you know them? Have they harmed you too?
I am of the Sylvan Empire.
Um, the ghost sort of shrieks, like screams. Um, from what you said.
Cool it, Lady Gretel of Sonalar. I'm not my undying loyalty doesn't belong to them. That's where I've come from. I've known them for the better part of a decade. But in what way has the Sylvan Empire wronged you?
There was a war.
Oh, your mic isn't picking up.
Oh, sorry. You know, I should really have this closer to me. Let's see. There was a war just a few days ago that lasted years, but ended suddenly for the people of Rhineland when the people of the Sylvan army used evil and treacherous methods to genocide our people.
The people of Callan? Or
Of
Gallon?
the people of Rhineland.
Really? What kind of evil means did they use to do this?
They were dishonorable. Okay. Um. They used methods, and they were. Sorry, I already said that. They were dishonorable. They didn't fight face to face. They used their magics and their monsters to fight for them.
Damn. Well, that sounds like it sucks. I hate to break it to you, but I'm afraid that the war that was fought by the Sylvan Empire was done so decades ago. Probably 50 years ago, 60 years ago. That's about my understanding, right?
That's about your understanding.
Okay.
Actually, this place was about 80 years ago. It's 50
Oh,
years in other places.
okay.
It's a range of like 50 to 80. This is
Mhm.
closer to 80. Um, that you probably know. You that's
I
probably
probably
generally.
don't know my history, so I'll just say
I
50 or
mean,
60.
that's you might have picked up on that in the town, anyways. You know, somebody might have mentioned that passion,
Okay.
but you know, it's been that long. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see, I'm the kind of person that likes to look forward to things, likes to make other people look forward to things. Uh, I don't really like to dwell too much on what came before. As you yourself prove, there are horrors in the past that I are phantoms that we can never hope to defeat. We can only control or hope to control what it lies ahead. So, you say that you can return me to the land of the living. What are the terms of the deal?
The terms is to bring lasting peace to Galen by getting rid of the Empire's grasp. Kill the king in Hymo and usurp the throne. It doesn't have to be you, but the king or queen must be gone.
Gretel, with all due respect, the way of life now in Rhineland is under loose, admittedly, but nonetheless imperial control. And it has been for multiple generations. They don't really get too pushed around by the Sylvan Empire. But you wanting me to stage a rebellion against that empire is not going to bring any kind of peace. It's going to destroy the lives of so many people who have known peace, relative peace, for generations. What you ask is for me to undo the purpose that I I wish to see on these lands. Whether these people are ruled by the Sylvan Empire or ruled by the people of Galen themselves, it doesn't matter to me. It only matters whether or not they are actually happy and prosperous, or have the
Are
potential to become
they?
so at least.
I sense death above.
Who are the kids? The creepy ones? Who are they?
Not them. The others who
The
have
townsfolk
just
that
joined us.
Jesus Christ, are you saying that are you talking about the townsfolk that all committed suicide with poison?
Suicide, was it? Happy people
Yeah.
don't commit suicide.
Well, they were being attacked by gibberlings. To them, the
It
end of the world was
sounds like the
at their door.
Sylvan Empire is still fighting by their methods of magic and monsters.
You can think of it like that. However, we're like many generations removed from that conflict. It's an entirely different situation from what seems to be to you just yesterday. I can tell you
We
that
were
I
attacked
don't believe that
by
the Sylvan Empire.
gibberlings
Uh-huh.
not too long ago.
The Sylvan Empire used gibberlings, you're saying.
As one of their methods of monsters and magics.
Interesting. Huh.
But the children, they are just servants. They are not like the two of us.
Who are they serving?
They serve Martimus.
Is that the name of a god? I need my
God of Death.
PDF. That's right. That's why it sounds familiar.
And actually, we're going
Uh,
back to the male version of him. I was going to say Mortimus as a male god.
okay. As in like clerics of his, or something
I'm not
else.
sure, but they are uniquely different than the two of us.
Okay, I have a feeling that those guys pose a far greater threat than the Sylvan Empire does to the people of this town and of Gallon. What do you say to that?
Unlikely.
Why do you say that?
They are here to kill you.
Me? Why?
It's their job.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What do they do to my chest? Why is there a hole in my chests?
I do not have all the answers you seek. I
Fair enough.
seek, or I bring, a solution for you.
And what would happen to me if I were to say that this deal that you're offering isn't for me?
Then when they come back, you will die. And as he says that, you hear chatting from children and a third being up above.
Do I recognize the voice of this third being by chance?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Let's
want to
say
say there are footsteps, but there's no footsteps in the spirit world. But you can
yeah, makes
actually
sense.
know. Sorry. Um, so you hear the chatting, but the moment you hear the chatting, without even concentrating on your detect evil, you get a feeling of of evil, of hatred, of disgust, of good, of love, of nervousness, anxiety. All of these emotions start flooding into you, and you
Jesus
become
Christ.
nauseous at the footsteps of the stairs, right where the gate is.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. At this I'm like, okay. I turn back to Gretel. I'm like, okay. Let's say that I do want to take you up on your deal here. Then,
well,
uh,
well.
what
What
what?
do we have here?
Oh shit.
And you see um, a man in dark robes, similarly dark robes as the children, with two children behind them, start to walk down and appear behind you. You are, like I said before, you're still very nauseous. So you're talking, you're concentrating, your movement is going to be disrupted. Just letting you know. Well. If it isn't Halifax, a chosen one of Vena.
Hey, who are you?
I am Vanchichiro, son
Name? Who?
of Van Haranavi, Chancellor of Loridel, killer of the first human, servant of Mortimus, and overseer of Greta and Jan. It's my pleasure to meet you and to guide you back to Elune.
Good to meet you too. Bit too soon for my taste, though. 1 second, please. And I turn to Gretel, and I say, I agreed to strive to making the people's the lives of the people of Gallon and Rhineland as best as I possibly can, but I can't promise to overthrow the Empire. If that's enough for you, return me to my body.
Whoa. Making a deal of life and death in front of me?
Eavesdropping is rude, Vanchito.
I will ignore that. It seems like there's a deal going on. What is this deal? And why are you making it? On what grounds? And you see there's a bit of a panic look. As much of a panic look as you can see in a spirit of Gretel that is facing you.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. This man speaks nonsense.
Oh, come on, Gretel. Are you really going to come on. Just don't worry about him. Just look at me.
He stares directly at you. Yeah, and he looks at your chest. Oh? What is this? And then he comes to you and reaches in you. And he starts feeling around in your hole. Your soul link is broken. Now, how did this happen?
I don't know what the hell you're on about, man. And I take a step back from him. I don't know anything about a soul link. I think maybe your two little minions back there fucked something up, but I can't really comment on what you do for a living.
They did what? They should know. One of the main rules of being a death servant for Mortimus is to not take a life that is too early.
That's what I'm saying.
And he grabs their chains and with incredible speed and incredible force yanks them, and you can see the chains pull and fly out of their body as he's like holding it, and their bodies fly down to the end of the hall, but as their bodies are flying, they just disappear and vanish into the wind. And he's holding a cord.
Well, well, well. It seems like those children didn't respect the rules. But it does look like you are dying now.
Well, I mean, don't count me out yet.
It seems like there's a deal going on. Normally, I would kill someone who is trying to disrespect the life contract with immortality and bringing someone back from the death. But it seems like you weren't meant to die. We are at odds in a peculiar situation. If that cleric over there says they can bring you back, I will accept this contract as an arbiter.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But
Sorry, he doesn't say but.
what is the contract?
Well, we're hammering out those details. It's actually nice to have a little bit of an arbitration here. Thank you, Vanchito. All right. Gretel. I turned to Gretel. See? Nothing to worry about. Now, what do you say to my counterproposal? I work to improve the lives of all those in Gallon for the remainder of my years on this planet, or in this world. And I will do so regardless of the allegiance of whoever I'm fighting against, because I will be using my sword arm in this struggle, as that is what I'm best at, I suppose. But I cannot promise any kind of rebellion launched against a specific enemy. As I've said before, the the Empire of Sylvan has been in these lands for generations. People are accustomed to their presence and their rule. I can promise you to take care of the people here and to take care of your descendants, but not to wage a bloody war across these lands in your name.
It's stolen land. These people here have a right for self-determination. You do not have to kill the Sylvan Empire, but rid their presence. And if that requires death, then so be it. But if you have other means, that is okay too.
So you're saying
But
that, yeah,
the king family, the royal family in Heimel must abandon their throne.
wait, in Heimhole, is that the capital of the empire?
No. So, you're really not familiar with this place. Heimhol is, if you look at the map, it's in the bottom left.
Bottom left. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
That's Heimhol. Here, let me take you to the world map just a little bit. It's too bad we don't have... I have some of these names on a different map. But if you look at the bottom right, so, this is Heimhol where I'm drawing the X. So, yeah. So this is... And this is the capital. So these are separate places.
Right.
Now, you don't know your history, so I can't give you much more information about
Right.
the relationship here. As far as you know, though, I mean, you've heard of Heimhol. Actually, no. You would know Heimhol a little bit, as they are an allegiance territory to the Sylvan Empire. They're under the Sylvan Empire now, of course. But they are. They were. They allied with the Sylvan Empire early on into the war. Like 80 years ago or 90 years ago. It would have been like longer ago. So they were early allies, and so out of most of the major cities on the map that like you're aware of, they're one of the major cities. They're clearly the biggest allies, foreign allies. That's as much as you would know, but you just have like a positive connotation. That's all I'm saying. As growing up, like in or near the capital or in the region. It's kind of like Canada is to the U.S. in a sense, if that makes
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of how. Okay. My friend Gretel. I don't know if you. I know that to you, these injuries and these pains are fresh in your mind. That they happened to you quite literally just the other day. Uh, However, uh, the people have a remarkable ability to adapt and move on with their lives. Uh, the Sylvan Empire, I've been a part of it tangentially for the past few years. Uh, they don't seem to be particularly evil from what I've seen. Uh, you say that these lands are stolen, fair enough, by the Sylvan Empire. Yeah, sure, maybe. They're still lived in by the people. Who owns or who tells the people what to do? I guess the nobles do. The nobles owe their allegiance to somewhere far away. In the end, what does it really matter as long as your descendants, the people that live here, are living good lives? Ultimately, isn't that the greatest victory in the end? The victory over those people who so many years ago killed you and everybody that you knew, is to have your descendants live to the fullest potential that they can possibly live. Why do I need to address old wounds uh, in the hopes of maybe helping some people, but in the process will more likely kill a whole lot more of the people that you're looking to help?
Sometimes people need to sacrifice for the greater good.
Okay.
Freedom is a principle that needs to be fought for. If you cannot accept this deal, then you will not return.
So, if I can just get this straight, you're saying that in order for me to return to my body, I have to commit my life, to freeing the lands of Gallon from the control of the Sylvan Empire, and also relieving the royal family of Heimdall. Is it
Heimhol.
Heimhol? Relieving the royal family of Heimhol from power in order to in order to right the wrong of their ancestors kowtowing to the Sylvan Empire. Am I understanding that right?
Yes.
Even if it means that path will be bathed with the blood of the people of Galen. Because mark my words, I am an agent of the divine. I am a tool that, when pointed on to a certain path, I will not deviate from that path, and I will complete it to the best of my ability, to the most complete it can be. And that could also mean a war significantly worse than what put you in the ground.
Oh, I need to pull up my where are they? Important links. There we go.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll just try to. Oh, I think your name is Tara.
To take a page out of.
Oh, actually, I think I'm getting this wrong. I'm gonna use the term Nadinus for now, but I'm
Okay.
God of We'll just say God of Nature. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's the specifically the one with plants. I don't know if I have.
Tirana?
Yeah.
To take a page out of her book. Sometimes you must mow the fields for new life to grow. From ash, a new forest can spring up.
Van Chichiro will tune in or chime in.
Well, this sounds like a pretty good deal. But, as the Arbiter, my expert opinion has to add something. There's more to this deal. See, I can't just be letting people come back to life. Although I do know you are meant to die at this point because of the work of Greta and Jan. I will allow your resurrection, but once you are finished with this task, you must call me out, and I will return you to either the Celeste or to the
Sorry.
to a loon, or if Faina chooses you as one of her members of her council, to the celestial body. But if you die early, or you finish this quest, or and don't submit yourself to me, or if you don't finish this quest at all, then I will personally seek you out and make sure that your soul is eternally damned.
You're saying that that will be the case if I just like die without completing this?
Correct. But you can always say no, and I can bring you to a loon right now. Just say the words.
Well, hold on there. So what if I'm in the action of pursuing this agreement that I have with Gretel, working with Gretel here over here, and let's say, I don't know, like a mountain giant comes along, caves my head in while I'm doing good work, while I'm, kicking out the Sylvan Empire, doing all that stuff. You're telling me that you're gonna come in and you're gonna take me off to a damned place.
Correct. It is not a fortunate position that you're in. But these are the options. This
Why
is
would
the
you take me to a
price
damn place
for
if I
being
die like that?
resurrected.
Okay.
It is in the contract.
Well, can we amend the contract to make it so it's not in the contract? Maybe I can give you something else.
This is a contract older than me.
Oh, God damn it! Where's Fina? Fina.
This
And
is a contract older than Fana.
I start looking up. I'm like, Fana. Uh, I've never called him Fana before.
No,
I
you
don't really.
haven't.
And I think I'm just
Oh
fed
my
up with
gosh, I've been waiting for this.
it. Because the reason, and that's intentional. The reason Hal is really like tries to be independent, doesn't really like the idea of bothering Fana for anything. Like he's like, I'm doing my thing, and she's like really a fan of it, and that's cool. But like me bothering her, it feels like a violation of some kind of unstated boundary. But I think he's like, okay, this is some bullshit. He's so close because he really wants to go out there and help a bunch of people,
Yeah,
and he's so close to getting that.
yeah.
And then, but he's also being threatened with all
Eternal
potentially starting a rebellion
damnation,
and,
yeah.
and eternal damnation. So I start saying, uh, get Fana or a representative of her in here. I need some. You're on some whack stuff, Van Chichiro. Um, and I'm calling out to her with my mouth, or my spirit mouth, but I'm
Yeah.
also doing it with my non-spirit mouth, my spirit heart.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
We can wait.
You don't hear a response. And you're gonna wait. And you're gonna wait. Time is a lot stranger in this place.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know actually how much time has passed since, like, you heard the 2, 3. Like, you don't know how long
Yeah.
it's been since then. It in the real world, it could have been 1 minute. It could have been like years for all you know. So time is very there's no like sunlight or anything. You have ambient light, but there's no sunlight that is giving you any kind of like time direction sort of thing.
Right.
So a few moments pass. Before that, Van Chichiro, will say,
For a holy man, you're not very well studied.
Do I tell you how to do your job? Give me a moment.
No, I know, but the gods can't just come down here. That is why I exist. That is why Greta and Jan existed. We are servants, and so we will wait for a response.
Is one coming?
We will see. I
Okay.
will give you some time, though.
I appreciate that. You know, they talk a lot of shit about you, dead people, or whatever you are, but I don't think that they can.
Dead.
Well, I said whatever you are to cover that part. Oh, they can't
you get a
say
better
that you're
look at
not
him.
patient. Uh-huh.
He looks like an elf.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is he like a transparent elf? Like a spiritual or like
No, he's like
specter?
he's more well. So the thing is, everything's transparent, partially because of your experience. Like this is your point of view.
Okay.
So like even like the stone like in the room, because there's like the ground and there's stone, these are also semi-transparent even though they're real. So it's hard to tell how real this person is and how how real anyone is and how fake anyone is. So yeah. So if that answers that question. So you guys wait. And you wait.
I think I say 2 prayers. I don't overload her message box, but I say 2 prayers with like 15 minutes apart to her.
Yeah, you don't know what 15 minutes is, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. By the second one, maybe this is as you're saying the second one, maybe this is before, maybe this is after, who knows, somewhere around the second one. All of a sudden, a little bright light is gonna pop up out of nowhere in front of you. And you're not familiar with this, but the best way to describe it, or you see a miniature spirit, probably about a few inches high, with little wings and a little flower dress.
What kind of flowers?
This is a fairy. Whoa, what kind of? Sorry, not flowers. A petal dress. So from the petals of a flower.
Okay.
And you can't really tell, and plus you're also not good at flowers. But these it's a petal dress, but you still don't see color or anything.
Right.
Does
Does it look gray or does it look white?
It's a gray. And
Okay.
also, yeah, it's a gray. And you see this little and feminine but androgynous feminine creature about like this high pop up out of nowhere. And then I'm just going to refer this to her as she, just because she's more feminine in nature. She says, "Lily, at your service."
Hi, Lily. My name's Hal.
Oh, I know who you are.
Good.
Faina's been waiting for you. I've just been, hanging out in my little home, waiting on the call. It's been a while now, but finally got called on. Whew.
She's been waiting for me? For what?
For you to call out for her. You've been quite stubborn about being on your own, being independent, but now here I am, and I'm here to help. And then he looks at Ventura. Face just goes pale.
Lily, don't worry about him. He's
Ventura just says, just stares at the little thing. Kind of agnostic to it. A little bit happily surprised, but also it's a mixture of annoyed, but also curious, but also, okay. Brother, here we go.
I looked at Gretel, the cleric. What does it look like at the appearance of the Lily?
Like you asked Gretel what this thing looks
No,
like?
I just looked what is his reaction to Lily's appearance.
Gretel, you can't really see his facial figure. The facial features are not very distinguishable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that I kept you waiting. I guess I just didn't want to bother you guys. I mean, you guys have done so much for me already. I didn't want to impose.
No, you're not
but
imposing.
I'm glad you're here.
Don't worry, I'm just here to help.
Okay.
What? You called
well,
on
that's
Faina? I'm here to be your broker in case you need any guidance, any help, any opportunities, any hope. I'm here to make that happen.
Well, thank you. That's a Nice dress, by the way. I like it a
Thank
lot.
you.
Now, are you up to speed on the situation here?
Nope, but by the looks of it, you look to be dying. Which is not
Indeed,
very
yes.
good for my career. But I don't know if I can do anything about it. But if you need me to help, I can try helping.
Well, here's the situation. Gretel here is offering me a chance to come back to life, to return to the world of the living, uh, in return for certain services. Services, the kind of services that one may look to a paladin for. Van Chichiro here, on the other hand, is acting as a sort of arbiter between us, between this contract. But I am eternally frustrated with the terms of that contract that he has brought to the situation. He says that were I to die in the pursuit of this quest that Gretel is offering, I would be eternally damned, and only
Mm-hmm.
if I successfully complete my quest, do I get to have a proper afterlife. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really looking forward to being eternally damned.
Mm.
Uh, you know what I mean?
Well, as Fana always says, sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith.
Right. I've never been good at faith, I suppose. Um, hmm. Uh, well, what can you do?
I'm here to act as your broker. I'm here to help with any kind of project you're working on. If you're hoping for something, I can try to get part of it done so that it's in your favor. I'm just here to help.
I'm hoping to come alive without the risk of being damned for it.
Well, what about you change the? Are we allowed to change the contract, Mister? uh, Van Chichiro says.
Depends.
Well, I was thinking, how about we say that if you're in a spot where you think you're about to die and you have enough time for it, you can call on Van Chichiro and he can bring you to the afterlife. Maybe it won't work in the midst of a sword fight, but if you find yourself cornered and you're gonna die, maybe this is a good option to alleviate the problem. Van Chichiro says,
Depends. I could do that, but it depends on how fast I can get to you.
Hmm.
And what's his? I shouldn't be saying what's his face. Gretel says,
Part of your resurrection comes from an amulet hidden in the bottom of this crypt. The amulet has immortality properties, but it is not perfect.
Describe immortality properties. What do you mean by that?
You will not die of natural causes. You can still die
Okay. What do you think, Lily?
Well, I don't know much about this stuff, but it sounds like if you're trying to save yourself, this sounds like a pretty good deal. I would take this deal if I was trying to save myself. I don't know about the whole eternally being damned, though. That sounds pretty scary, but, I, I don't know if I would make it, but, it's up to you.
Okay. That was a little less helpful than I was hoping for, Lily. Let me ask you this, Lily. Why do I have the powers that I have? Why did Fena seem to take an interest in me?
Hmm. Well, some people seem like they're meant for great things, and you seem like somebody who is probably meant for great things too. So this is where I would have a little bit of faith and hope in Fena that she made the right decision. Sometimes you have to trust on someone else, trust in someone else, and take a leap of faith.
It's not very often that when a person near death, do they have four or two agents of the divine and an undead cleric working on a contract for their life while offering them an amulet of immortality. That's hard to argue with.
Mm-hmm.
And
Although
some
I'm
things
not an agent of the divine.
you're not? What
Nope.
who what are you?
I'm a fairy.
Well, I can see that, Lily. Aren't you acting on behalf of the divine?
Oh, no, everyone has like fairies. I'm just yours.
What do you mean everyone has a fairy?
Well, there's not enough of us to go around, but when you hope for something, we take your hopes and then we go broker them with other fairies to make sure that we can, your hope can lead to some advantages for you. And that's what our job is. And we work with Fena in kind of a deal.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Thank you.
We don't have any, as far as I know, we don't have like any death gods like him in our circles.
Good.
That's how Fena tries to express herself on this world, since I don't think she's allowed here.
Okay. Well,
The kid is
uh,
right.
um, if I take this deal, can I see you again? Would I be able to contact you?
Yep, just call on me. I can move between the ethereal plane and the material plane.
Cool. Okay. Well, Gretel. Okay, let's hammer out some of the finer points of what counts as a betrayal of this purpose and what doesn't. It seems like the events have conspired to keep me alive as much as they can. I don't think that with the powers that I've been given and the purpose that I have set forth for myself, I don't think I can ignore this deal. So I just want to understand it better. What
You will rid
yeah.
the presence of the Sylvan grasp. If people from the Sylvan society live here, that is not a problem. You obviously have to take your own opinion into account. to the Callan land, and at least away from the Sylvan Empire. That is good enough, and you must repel Sylvan forces from this land. You do not have to kill them. You just have to get them off this land.
Okay.
And there's still the royalty family in Heimel.
Okay.
They have the strongest grasp over this land, likely.
Okay. Well, you want me to not necessarily kill their lineage, but you want me to remove them from power, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Without them coming back. Obviously, this is a fluid and subjective contract.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm here. I can still see.
Sorry. It's like before they can read, it's completely helpless.
No, I feel that. All right. It seems like a decision. Oh,
Wait,
sorry. You still want to
Van
hammer out?
Chichiro's. Yeah, Van Chichiro is coming in and gonna lay down.
He's saying,
I don't keep track of this world too well. But in your case, I will try to see how you uphold this deal. And as we've discussed, if you finish this quest to the best of your ability, maybe if the Sylvan Empire comes back later, that is not your fault. But if by the time, if you do rid their presence and you finish this quest, call upon me, and I can bring you to either Elune or the celestial plane if you've been chosen.
Okay. And if my skull gets caved in by a giant, dead immediately, you whisk me off to the plane of the damned. Am I hearing you right?
It's
For
not
fun?
a plane.
Okay.
But yes.
Is it that just for your personal amusement?
Your soul will be scattered across universes. It has not much to do with me.
Oh, gotcha. So you're saying it's a little bit out of your control.
More or less.
Or
would
like
maybe
the
have-
policy is above you. Is set for.
if you could somehow make a deal with Mortimus yourself, then maybe
Okay.
that wouldn't happen. But that is unlikely. Very unlikely.
Okay, got it. I understand. Above your pay grade, not a problem. Then in that case, you said that if I call upon your name, or Lily sort of pointed out a potential escape clause, that if I call out your name while I'm dying, You will approach me, and you
Or
will
at
take
any
me to
time.
Luna.
If you decide to go back on this deal, I will come and visit you. If you want to chicken out once you return.
And you'll take me to Luna?
Yes.
Okay. Say, how do you get this job? And I point to him like this. And look at it, point at his robes.
Well, I was once a paladin of Mortimus.
Ah. How's the
But
path of a paladin exactly? How does it end up? Is it rewarding, meaningful?
for everyone, it's different.
Fair enough.
I'm not acquainted well with the Feyna paladins. But for the two, what was their names?
And
The children.
as he says, the children, you try to recall their names, but you can't. So you can,
Greta and Jan?
yeah, you can delete that from your notes,
Okay.
just to help you forget. But
Mm-hmm.
and then actually, you kind of start to forget a lot about them.
Oh, he's just like erasing them from
Like
existence?
you're like, who? I kind of remember like children recently.
Mm-hmm.
Was I thinking about children? Why am I thinking about children?
Oh, weird. Okay.
You're like, huh? You still like remember like waking up and then you're like, wait, what just happened? Like, okay, I woke up in my body,
Mm-hmm.
and then I tried to get back in. I tried to heal, tried to go up the stairs, and then I saw this ghost guy, and that like experience with the children, you forget.
Okay.
And he says,
Well, I kind of forgot what I was saying. Either way, if you want to die, just let me know.
How do I call upon you, my friend?
Just
one sec. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Would you say how do you call about how do you call?
well, a quick prayer is all it needs. But the reception is not the greatest, so I might take some time coming over. And it depends on the urgency. I have a lot to do, so I probably won't answer you unless you are certain that you want to die.
Okay. And if I say, like, let's say, I call on you.
Probably, if you call on me, I will just kill you.
That's probably best because I would definitely
Yeah.
abuse that.
Yeah, I don't appreciate coming to this land. I much
Uh,
I much prefer my home in Lorydell.
What's Loritel?
Lord. You wouldn't need to ask this. Loredell is remember that expedition I've mentioned a few times, like where the king like sent the emperor sent an expedition like 50 years ago off to some like land, and like that's how they brought back like a lot of like basically like magic and wealth, and
Oh, I
so
don't remember that.
okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why Sylvan is so economically powerful is because of an expedition that happened about like 50 years ago by what is called the Heroic Five. And so you would know them through like fair. Actually, you're probably old enough that you probably just. But it's usually through like bards' tales and like folklore. These like great stories of these five heroic champions going out to this wild land and coming back and bringing wealth that allowed Sylvan to dominate the entire region. So it was.
But I know,
So
was it like
Lorydell is the land that
uh-huh.
they went to. It's
Right.
it's like an island that nobody lives in.
Was it like just like a
It's like a
collapsed ancient
continent.
civilization?
Yeah. There's not much that's known about the civilization. Um,
Okay.
that's like shrouded by even like more rumors and myths. Some people like, yeah, it's hard to tell. Nobody that you know has ever stepped foot or know anything about this place. It's shrouded
Okay.
in a lot of mystery, except for the
Interesting.
Heroic Five. But he says he's, as I said, yeah, he said he's chancellor of this place.
Yeah, that was going to be my other question is his, but I guess it's not important. I can just know his, I just need, for his name, I just need to know his name, Venchichiro, and that would be enough to summon him with it prayer.
Yes.
It's a good name, Venchichiro. I like it.
There's also, instead of H's, there's just two C's, by the way.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. So, that's what I was gonna say. What? One last thing for the deal. Gretel. It is your time to die, too. But, as you're probably aware, I can't quite take you without your permission. If you accept this deal, or if Halifax accepts this deal, do you also accept coming with me to Elune? And Gretel says, if Halifax accepts the terms, I accept these new terms.
I think I look down and take a good long look at the floor.
It's dark.
And consider everything. I eventually start nodding my head. And I look back up to Gretel and then Chichiro and say, I accept the deal. I put my hand forward towards like one of them. Probably Gretel.
Yep. His hand is, I guess you're both on the same plane, so I guess you can touch each other. Yeah. He'll do a handshake or whatever it's the custom here. And you feel, you get like a mini, almost like a heart attack. Sorry, I don't know how to. It feels like there's a pin that like just poked through your heart just for a moment. So like you had like a really strong heartbeat, and yeah, and there's like something in your soul. Gretel is gonna take you down down the hall, further deeper into the crypt. And and you're going to be basically pulled along. And you're going to come across this tomb that looks like a royal tomb. Well, it's actually hard to see. You can't really tell. You can't really see stonework, actually. Well, anyways, it's a tomb that's like in the center of a room, so, you know, take that as you will. And you're gonna see, it's fully covered, but with like a lid, and you can't really move it. But you, what's his name? Gretel, or her name. Gretel's gonna reach her hands. It's hard to tell their gender actually in the spirit world, but whatever. It's gonna reach her hands very slowly through like the stone, very, very slowly, and pull out an amulet. It's gonna hand it to you.
You must place it on your body.
Okay.
And that will seal this deal.
I nod. I gripping the amulet with both hands.
Yeah, it's clearly like magical, and so
Uh-huh.
you can feel like especially in the spirit realm. This is like the only thing that's tangible.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It's actually pretty unremarkable. It's pretty much just like a string.
Really?
Yeah, with the sign of, with like an upside down Mortimus symbol that I don't know if I want to use like Koibu's iconography, but if it is, it would be something similar to that. But it's just like a string.
Interesting.
And it's all black. Well, I mean, everything has been like black or like gray, but this is like clearly like black. So it's not even like a shade. It's not you can tell it's not a color.
All right. I will I'll start walking towards my body. Back up the steps.
Yeah, you can go to your body. You can place the amulet on your body. And it's almost like there's a crank that starts like once you put it on, that starts pulling your rope back in, like pulling you back into your body. It's not like an actual crank, but you can like feel like that's essentially what it's doing. It's pulling you back in. And when you will wake up pretty dizzy, probably at probably at 1 HP, honestly, at this point. At 1 HP. And if you look, your hole is gone in the middle. You probably still have like a stab wound or a scar from a stab wound. But you look at your neck, or you look down, and you can't see the amulet, but you see a tattoo of the amulet. Tattooed.
Oh, shit! Fuck yes. Okay. Sorry. That's awesome. All right.
And it's sunken into your skin. And we can end there. I think this is an appropriate moment to end.
Okay.
So.
There is one thing that I want to say for next session. Oh, are we meeting tomorrow?
We are, yeah.
Okay. For next session, I don't want to pick up with me and Arvid immediately together. I'd like to have the opportunity to do some things before we meet up again, if that's possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about how much time has passed.
Okay.
Because that's an important detail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, when when you put it on, in the last like moments of your soul, no, sorry, before that, before you ended up going to your soul, when you were still like getting the amulet, um, what's his name? Van Chichiro, and Gretel went over to a separate body, and Van Chichiro, cut like basically his cord, um, and is leading Gretel over.
Oh yeah, he's taking
And
Gretel away.
so as you're kind of settling into their body, they're walking up the stairs. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever been put under in surgery or anything, like wisdom teeth or anything, but you get that feeling of like your eyes, like, you're in your body, your eyes are closing, and you can't like fight this sleep sort of thing, and they're like walking as this happens. Yeah. So, and Lily, she actually probably would have been like waiting over you until all this happened, unless you told her to go or something. But yeah, she's there.
Oh, she's there when I wake up in my corporeal
No,
form?
she's not there when you wake up.
Gotcha.
But we will we'll pick up next week. And sorry, you said you wanted to do a few things. Like I said, you're not going to know how much time has passed. And so I'm going to have to determine that between today and tomorrow, how much time has passed. But yeah.
Do you want me to tell you what I plan to do?
Sure, yeah.
So you can factor it in?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I want to break in and steal the silver in the barracks and bury it somewhere.
Yep.
Without
also,
Arvid knowing.
Yeah.
Or
if
anybody
you
know.
ever want, you can always, like, even during sessions, just like message me, like, hey, I want this like to be done, and I can.
That's definitely going to be happening.
Although
a lot more.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. So that's all I have for you today. I want there to be kind of consequences to dying, but I also thought your consequence might be eternally damned.
Yes. Yep. I'm super
But I also
afraid
want
of
to
that
give you
happening.
agency, so because I feel like just dying there at 0 is like kind of weird.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, you know how to get me too, because like at first I was gonna reject that deal, but I don't think Hal could say no to something like that. Having the opportunity to to be put on this grand purpose.
Yeah. Let's actually just define the amulet like a little bit better. So just for the rules, so yeah, you're not gonna I mean, you're already a paladin, so some of these things like don't matter as much, but you're gonna be immune to stuff like just to a bunch of what do you call it, like poisons, diseases, all like this kind of stuff.
So I'm not as a paladin, I'm not immune to poisons. Does this grant me immunity to poison, or is just diseases?
We're just
okay. Wow.
Poisons, diseases.
Oh shit.
You're gonna be immune to like necrotic damage. Not like
Ooh,
actually,
okay.
yeah, necrotic damage. All necrotic damage.
Holy
so
shit.
if someone tries to, like, let's say power word kill you, you won't die.
Oh my god, that is so sick. Okay.
For example, or like, you know how there's like cause harm, or sorry, like cure light wounds, cause light wounds. So like stuff like that. So you're gonna be immune to
Okay.
those. And lastly, the
Awesome.
third effect is that you will go to your like max HP for death will be negative whatever your total score is
Instead of -10.
instead of -10.
Holy cow. That
So
is amazing.
if you have negative 50 HP, or sorry, if you have 50 HP, you can go down to
Uh-huh.
negative 50 HP.
Yeah.
Now,
Holy sh.
to be fair,
Uh-huh.
if you go down to negative 50, you're gonna be healed like once a day, or you're gonna need like
Right.
50 healing to get back up. So,
Right.
it's obviously that's better than dying, but
Yep.
so yeah, I wanted yeah, so those are gonna be let me just check if there's any other kinds of damage.
Did you say that I recover faster?
No, you
No.
you
Just
don't recover faster.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, one last thing is that oh well, actually, sorry. I'll just let you know for that there is yeah, there's pretty much just that. I just want to see if what are the other types of like you're still gonna take full damage from like weapons, from like fire, from like magic.
Mhm.
You're still gonna take full damage from magic, but I think that's it. What are the saving throw categories? It's like paralyzation, poison, and death. So you're still gonna be affected by paralyzation. Yeah, I guess death magic, like stuff that says like or die, you're not gonna die.
Okay.
Now you can depending on what it is, like if it's like death magic, but like it hurts you. As long as it's not like necrotic in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh. Last thing is that sorry, this is an important one. Sorry, I should have brought this up. This is a really important one. You're gonna be undead. Now you're still gonna look exactly like a human. You're gonna look exactly the same, but you will every time you concentrate, and you will notice that you are evil. But
oh shit! I was asking Gretel about the heartbeat and it didn't answer. I forgot.
Yeah, so you are gonna be considered evil, but like also good. Like you still have agency over your character, of course. But this is where like evil and good are kind of subjective, like how I described Van Chichiro as like being evil and good and hatred and love and all these like these are the emotions that like and all these feelings that you got from him. It's gonna be a little similar where you're gonna be considered evil. So if there is ever like a protection from evil on somebody else, you're gonna take those negatives, by the way. So just letting you know.
Okay. God, Hal is not aware of this. I don't
No,
think.
you're not gonna. Well, no. The thing is, you're gonna be aware like the moment you cast your thing on you, like or you cast your thing like detect evil. Because you can cast that at will.
Okay, I can cast that.
You still have all your like paladin powers. I'm not gonna take your paladin powers away just because you're like technically evil.
No, for sure.
If you do act evil, you will be taken, just like normal paladin rules. But, yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Okay.
That was a big thing to leave out, but.
No, I like it. I like the surprise. Okay. So, I guess we can talk about it later, but just like, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll go along. It'll be a fun adventure to discover what that's gonna be like.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Any cases where that comes up, yeah, that's gonna
be. That's awesome. Okay. Well, I appreciate the session.
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
For
it's awesome. Awesome as usual.
Okay. Awesome.
I will see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. 11 a.m. I think we're doing. Or sorry.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All cool. Right. Well, take it easy. I'll see you.
You too.
I'll see you next time.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.